Welcome back. I'm Jill with the carefreekitchen.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some really amazing soft and moist and tender zucchini bread. And this zucchini bread is made with simple ingredients and only takes a few minutes. Okay, so to get started, here are my ingredients for this amazing zucchini bread. So I have some zucchini here, and you can use bigger zucchini if you want, if you need to take the seeds out if it's too big. But these tiny ones, they'll just shred up really nice, and I'll show you a really easy way to do that. Then I have some melted butter, some sugar, flour, some allspice and cinnamon, salt, baking powder and baking soda, and this is made with a little bit of Greek yogurt, and it makes such soft and moist zucchini bread. And then I have a couple eggs and some lemon juice, and then I'm also going to put a little bit of lemon zest in there. Okay, before we get started, I'm going to use 2 non-stick pans, and these I think are 9 inches by 4 or 4.5, but anything in that zone is going to work. And I like using the lighter metal ones because then my bread doesn't get like quite as dark. And I'm just going to, even though they're non-stick, I'm going to spray them with non-stick cooking spray. Okay, and then also I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and they are actually going to bake for 45 to 60 minutes, depending on the size and the darkness of your pan. Okay, so to get started on my zucchini, I need about 3.5 cups of zucchini. So what I'm going to do, these have already been washed. I'm just going to cut the ends off and then put them into, this is one of my favorite kitchen tools. This one is the Cuisinart, and it's a food processor, and it has this grating tool on it, and it just breaks zucchini so fast. So this is a super easy way to do it. You can use a hand plane and shred it that way, but this just makes it so fast. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is measure the zucchini, and zucchini is super easy to freeze, and if you have a ton of it, just freeze it for zucchini bread for later on in the year. Just shred it up like this and then put it into a Ziploc bag. However, there is one step you need to remember if you're using frozen zucchini, and that is to wring the moisture out of it. So maybe put it in a paper towel and get the excess moisture out, and then just measure it as normal. Anyway, so I'm going to get 3.5 cups here, and just loosely is fine. I'm going to put that right into our bowl. 1, 2, 3, and then about a half. And so this extra zucchini, I'll probably just throw it in a bag and save it for another dish. Also, it's super easy to just throw in some scrambled eggs or an omelet or something, so that looks perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the zest of 1 lemon, and I like to wash the lemons and then pat them dry, or else it doesn't zest very well. And I'm actually just going to zest it right in here. And this just gives it another layer of flavor that is so yummy in zucchini bread. Some of the zucchini breads call for cinnamon and allspice. That's the one that I'm making today. Some of them are just pretty plain, but I like to have all those yummy fall flavors, and then also just a hint of like lemon. I think it's super yummy. Okay, so there we go. We'll put the rest of that in there. All right, now for the rest of my ingredients, and I'm going to add all of my wet ingredients first and then my dry ingredients. So here is my butter. I'm going to put that in here. Yummy butter. And I've got a couple eggs here. Throw that in. And then here is 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Normally I'd use my grated one, but we're doing it quick today. All right, and then this is my little bit of Greek yogurt. And this just adds a lot of moisture without adding more of the fat from butter. Okay. Now I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. And then also I will put my sugar in with my wet ingredients here. And a lot of recipes call for a bowl for the wet ingredients and a bowl for the dry ingredients, but this is an easy way to kind of shortcut that a little bit. And you just get a little strainer here, put that in, and then if you just put it on top, and it'll kind of mix it in. That's my baking soda and baking powder, and a little bit of salt, and then my allspice and cinnamon. And then if we just do this, and it'll all mix together as it shakes out. There we go. Okay, and now we'll just gently fold this in. And we don't want to over mix it or it will become too fluffy. We want to just gently mix it until the ingredients are all mixed in. All right, there we go. That looks perfect. Okay, so I have my pans ready, my 2 non-stick pans here, and I'm just gonna put, and just eyeball it about half into each pan. Then just spread it out so it's all kind of level on top here. Okay. All right, and then there's one last thing that I like to do, and this kind of gives it like a little bit of a sugar topping to it. I like to just sprinkle a little bit of sugar right on top. Makes it so pretty, and then it has a really fun sugar crusted top. And now we're gonna bake these in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes, and we'll check them then. And when your zucchini bread comes out of the oven, you want to let it sit in the pans for about 10 minutes and let it cool. And then I like to just run a knife around the edges, even though it's non-stick, but this will help ensure that our bread comes out of the pan. And now we're just gonna kind of tease this out of here. Oh, it's so pretty. All right guys, here is my version of homemade zucchini bread. It's loaded with freshly shredded zucchini, and it has that amazing little sugar-coated topping that we all love, and it's everybody's favorite. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on social media, and I'll show you all kinds of fun and easy recipes your family will love. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This zucchini bread is made with simple ingredients. This is the perfect bread to make during zucchini season.